Welcome to remembering what brings you alive. So please go ahead and settle into your chairs. Feeling the ground beneath you. The rise and fall of your breath. Allowing your breath to find its own natural rhythm. As you breathe, allowing yourself to fully arrive. Just connecting more with your heart with each breath. And I invite you to ask yourself, what helps me come alive? Just what genuinely brings a sense of aliveness for you? What brings vitality, meaning, joy? Perhaps the answer comes easily. Perhaps it feels distant. Just notice. Many of us move through seasons of life when it's just organized around responsibilities, meeting deadlines, caring for others, managing crises, doing what needs to be done, and often without even realizing it. The people, the practices, the experiences, and the moments that nourish us begin to slip quietly away to the sidelines. So I invite you to remember a time, could be very recent, when you felt deeply, deeply alive. A moment when you felt connected to yourself, engaged, present, perhaps peaceful, perhaps energized, perhaps filled with wonder. Where were you? Who were you with, if anyone? What were you doing? What qualities were present? You might have been walking in nature, creating something with your hands, laughing with a dear friend, listening to music, reading, dancing, learning, praying, playing, having a meaningful conversation, watching the sunset, holding someone you love, working towards something that's deeply meaningful to you, or perhaps it was something entirely different. Whatever arises, allow yourself to spend a few moments there. Notice what happens in your body as you remember. Do you feel warmth, softness, spaciousness, energy? Tenderness, longing? Just notice. Sometimes we assume that what nourishes us has to be dramatic, a vacation, a major life change. And yet, often what restores us most are the simplest things. A cup of tea, a bird singing outside the window, a few minutes in the sunshine, a favorite poem, being truly seen. Offering kindness, receiving kindness. I invite you now to imagine that your aliveness is like a small garden. And if visualizing isn't easy, simply sense what that might be like. Notice this garden. What is flourishing? What feels neglected? Which parts have been receiving your attention? Which parts have been quietly waiting? What might your garden need? A little more sunlight, rest, beauty, connection, creative expression, quiet. adventure. What's one small act of tending to your garden? Just one small gesture of remembering what matters most to you, what brings you the most joy. As we start winding down this meditation, please consider what's one thing that helps me come alive that I want to welcome more into my life this week. Something realistic and accessible. Making space for what brings you alive is an important way to care for yourself. Please once again notice your breathing, your inhale and exhale, the support beneath you, carrying with you just a renewed awareness of the people, the practices, the experiences, the moments that nourish your spirit. And perhaps more of a willingness to savor them, to create space for them, one small choice at a time. And gradually, as you're ready, come back to this moment. Would love to hear from you either in chat or out loud. What came up for you in this meditation? Just really interested in what makes you come alive. I was away in Lyon, France this week at the Association for Contextual Behavioral Science World Conference, and definitely made me feel very alive to be connected with people who are just so interested in learning and is really wanting to connect deeply with themselves and with others, and letting me know how much they enjoy connecting with me. Would love to hear from the rest of you.
I think for me, the two things that stood out were the being able to savor the small things as well as the big. So not forgetting that those small moments can be so powerful. And then also focusing on I loved how you said it, the things in the garden that are quietly waiting, and the fact that they are, there's, we don't have to have judgment about the fact that we haven't tended them yet, that they're just waiting to be tended. So thank you for that.
So, what's one thing that's waiting to be tended, Christine?
For me, it's getting back into my dance classes because I
Getting
haven't
back
for a
to
little while, and that brings
getting
a
back
lot.
getting back
Oh,
to what?
back
I
to my,
missed the word.
yeah, sorry, my dance classes.
Your dance. Yeah, you're very, very alive when you're dancing. I saw Christine in her dance performance. Yeah. It was such hard work, too. I can imagine you needing some rest. I'm seeing some smiles. I'm also seeing some contemplative looks. What makes you feel alive? Brenda, swimming in my neighbor's pool in the mornings with the sun shining on my face and watching dragonflies fly by.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's cool.
that sounds wondrous.
It's the best. And I'm so blessed because my neighbor is like every morning, just come over and swim. I've full access to her pool and it's like, oh, it's just wonderful.
And the dragonflies are where?
The dragonflies they fly over top. Sometimes they'll land like on one of her planters, but
Mm.
otherwise they just fly by as I'm swimming. Yeah. Yeah, there's dragonflies
I'm
and
mesmerized by dragonflies. I don't see them
Oh,
very much. I
I,
know
I
Lisa.
don't I tend to see them all the time. Yeah,
Good
it's
for you.
amazing. Thank
I'm
you. Yeah,
lucky.
it's
Yeah,
so
Anna,
good.
Lisa, I'm feeling alive to be here with you all. Again, taking my life back after a long time away. Yeah,
oh.
I haven't seen you in a very long time. So welcome back. Isabel, you want to say something?
Yes. We are moving. Well, we're looking to downsize and moving out of our house into a condo. And I haven't been knowing what I want. So when I go look at these places, I I just don't know. And the other day, I was so surprised. And in terms of coming alive, we went to this one place. We couldn't see the apartment, but I looked at the neighborhood, and there was some women, Muslim women, sitting down. There was kids all over, and I went up to them and asked them what kind of neighborhood um, th- it was, and did they like it? And they said yeah, and they told me all about it, and I was so excited. Like it was like, oh, like I was really, and then I figured out, like, I really need to live. I want to live in a diverse community. I don't know
So that
anything else, but I knew that, yeah. So that's what I'm going with in terms of looking for another place to live. Yeah.
there are lots of hearts coming up for you that you want to live in a diverse community.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just feel this expansiveness in my heart listening to you say that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I want to thank everyone for being here today. And next week, the meditation is going to be on you were never meant to carry this alone. Also,
Mm.
want to thank all of my YouTube followers. And yeah, looking forward to being with you for that meditation.